we have another game to show you. And we have a very special guest here to show the game to us. Tomonobu Itagaki, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you.
I think we're also joined by Scott and Danny. Now, what do you have to show for us today?
今日は何を見せますか？
今日ですか？今日はずっと作ってきたデビルズ、これ入ってますか？これ入れてください。
はい。
デビルズサードをですね、ご紹介します。はい。こ
Today
れ世界初ですね。
Today we're very happy to premiere the world debut of Devil's Third, which we've been working on for many years.
Very exciting. Thank you so
Yes.
much for bringing Devil's Third by here on the show. to
You are
show all
very
of our
lucky.
viewers here.
ありがとうございます。
All of our viewers are very lucky.
That's right. So tell us a little about how you got to this point. I mean, are you guys, or do you want to start with showing some footage?
まずはトレーラーを見せますか？それとも開発の流れを。
あとダニーさんのご紹介をお願いします。
We'd like to introduce Mr. Danny Bilson.
Thank you for joining us, Danny.
Thanks for having me. The game originated about 4 years ago when Mr. Itagaki and his team came to talk to me in my former role at THQ. And it was an incredible meeting. I think we talked about everything from history to religion to war to the way of the warrior, the way of the samurai. And at the end of it, we had a presentation of a game that you're about to see that features 3 mechanics fluidly working together, ranged combat, melee combat with swords, as well as the acrobatics he's famous for. And his vision was to combine those into one game, and you're going to see that today.
I think we have a trailer. Is that right? That we can roll right now? Let's take a look at this.
めける
Was that a cat?
No, not a cat.
あるいは殺さ
I'm off the leash.
Ivan!
Jane,
Hello, Ivan. It's been years since you've come to my bedroom.
Is this what you've become, Ivan? Are you blind to the suffering?
we're coming in hot.
Worth it.
そういうのに価値がありましたね。はい。
Jose, what questions do you have?
Oh man, I have plenty. I mean, where should we start? I mean, so I think I understand there's a multiplayer component as well as a single player component to this game. Can you talk, which one would you like to talk about first?
両方ですね。最近のシューターではキャンペーンモードっていうのがそうだな、キャンペーンモードを遊ばないですぐにこう対戦ばっかりやるお客さんと、やっぱりストーリーモードしか遊ばないお客さんもいらっしゃいますから、だからどちらも同じぐらいの大きくてね、濃密なエクスペリエンスが必要だと思っています。
So lately, I think the trend with the recent shooters has been for people to either go straight into the multiplayer and not play through the campaign mode, or straight to the story mode and not play multiplayer. So you have to make sure that both are a full and complete experience, and that's what we've tried to do with this game.
Okay. So then talk to me a little bit about Ivan and Jane were some of the names of the characters I heard mentioned. Can you share anything at all about them or about what's happening in this world?
Ivan と Jane の背景ストーリーを説明してください。
アイバンのジェーンですか。アイバンはプロタゴニストですね。主人公です。
So Ivanist is our main character.
で、ジェーンはですね、 まあ、基本的には敵なんですけれども、ソビエト連邦 USSR が、崩壊した時に、ロシアにもどこの国にも、行かなかった人たちがいるんですね。これはもちろんフィクションですけど、でその人たちが後に、武装して、テロリストになった、でその中のテロリストの一人が、ジェーン・ドゥですね。
So Jane is basically one of the enemies in the game. After the fall of the USSR, some of the folks who had no place else to go in their former military occupations became terrorists. And this is, of course, all fictional, but Jane is one of those enemies here.
Okay. So I guess one question I actually should have asked right away is how did this end up on Wii U? How did Nintendo approach you guys? Did you approach them? Can you talk a little bit about that? Sort of the long journey to here?
どうやって Wii U になりましたか？何か Nintendo からアプローチされましたでしょうか？
まああれですよ。はっきり言えばですね、まあここにいらっしゃるダニーさんもそうなんですけども、任天堂さんは遊びをね心から愛してる。いや他のメーカーが違うっていうわけじゃないですよ。ただ任天堂はこのゲームを、このゲームが目指したところを、きっちり一緒に作り上げるじゃないかというふうに僕に言ってくれたんですね。そういうふうに言われたらね、もう俺も男ですからじゃあやるぞという気持ちになりました。
Danny can speak to this as well, but I feel that Nintendo is a company that really loves to play. And I certainly don't mean that as a comparison to other people in the industry, but rather what I mean to say is that they really understood my vision for this game and committed to working with me on this project. So I felt like I really had to work with them.
Okay. Danny, anything to add?
Well, as we all know, core gamers play Nintendo games too. It's not a separate thing. And having a real pure core game on this platform is very exciting, and it was fantastic when they first called me and told me we were moving to Wii U. It was wonderful. I mean, I thought it was brilliant and fantastic to open up the platform to this kind of really serious core game.
Sure, it's definitely helping to fill a gap maybe in the Wii U's library.
No, that's right.
I think that was the single-player trailer that we saw earlier, but there's also a multiplayer trailer?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah. I think we have that queued up now that we can take a look at.
Aircraft fell from the sky. Passenger trains collided.
Calm down, Bob. Cover! Bob, down. Reload!
It looks like there's a lot going on in the multiplayer in Devil's Third.
Indeed.
Please tell us about it.
内容いっぱいありそうですね。説明していただけますか。
そうですね、これは本当に盛りだくさんなのでね、戦闘級、戦術級、戦略級といろいろな遊びのレイヤーがあるんですけれども、また、銃の戦い、剣の戦い、あとベアナックルの戦いと、本当に多岐にわたるんですね。
So yeah, there definitely is a lot of content packed in here. And I hope you could tell, but there are all sorts of different levels on this scale where you have a full-blown war, individual battles, and then skirmishes among those. And then inside that fighting, you have gunplay, swordsmanship, and even bare-knuckle brawling.
でまたそこにその従来のシューター、僕はいいものはちゃんと取り入れますからね、過去のシューターにおける先輩たちが作ってきた、シューターならではの要素というのは全部入ってます。
And I've certainly spent a lot of time doing my research on contemporary shooters and trying to figure out what sort of elements people are aiming for, trying to make sure I included all of those as well into this game.
ですから例えばプレーのルールだったらそれはフリーフォーオールですとか、そういった普通のものも全部入ってます。ただそれに加えて、バルハラならではのデビルズサードならではの、さっきニワトリとか言いましたよね、チキンとか、あるいはいろいろなそういう新しい遊びですねが入っていたりしますね。
And so I've looked for lots of different rule sets that people can use in multiplayer, from the expected rule sets like free-for-all and some other sort of conventional ones, to some very Valhalla-specific rule set. I don't know if you noticed that there were chickens on the feed at one point. So there's a couple of new modes that really bring out some very specific Valhalla flavor here as well.
そうです。で今日は本当にね、素晴らしいこのゲームを初めて発表する日なんで、細かいことを一つずつちょっと説明する時間もね今ないんですけれども、今みんなの中にあれどうなってるんだろう、これは何なんだっていっぱいハテナ、いい意味でのハテナが生まれたと思うんですね。それはおいおいご説明していきたいと思います。
And so we're really happy that we have this opportunity to announce this wonderful game today. But unfortunately, I don't think there's enough time to explain every single element that you might have seen in the trailer one by one. I hope that everyone who's watching at home is just excited, and even if they're thinking, what is this, that they have that good question in mind, that they're comfortable with the mystery.
I know we also have a gameplay demo to show, but first we have to take a quick break. Stick with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
まず休憩してから。
Welcome back, everybody. We're taking a look at Tomonobu Itagaki's Devil's Third, which was just revealed to be a Wii U exclusive. Now we have a gameplay demo to show.
Okay.
Is there any other ground to cover before we jump into that?
No, just, Itagaki-san off camera was just kind of pointing out if we see any drop frames, he just wanted to say, that's on the stream. Like, pretty much, it's not the game. So he wanted us to just state that for him.
It's totally fair. I think we're just going to watch the gameplay on its own. So is there anything, do you want to set it up before we cut to it?
前に説明してみますか。それとも直接に入りますか。
大丈夫ですよ。早速ですから、せっかくですから、実際のゲームをプレイするところですね、お見せしたいと思います。
No, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Love the opportunity.
This is Devil's Third.
Do you copy?
Yeah.
We'll discuss your unilateral action later. You need to work with the Green Berets. We're fighting the same enemy here. Objective points are marked.
They're dug in tight. You there, Stella? Might take me a minute to get through here.
Copy. Confirm your location. Airstrike coming in. Get down.
On your heads. Here we go.
These routes up here. Don't tell. This is Echo 3. Anybody copy? Need assistance. It's getting hot in here.
Stand by. 7.
Shit, you want to help us? Smoke the targets here. Grip the chatter and stay on them! Where's Fox leader? Fox leader is KIA. Enemy fire is too heavy. We can't move up. Somebody shut that thing up. Hey, man. Hurry to the rendezvous point. Somebody shut that thing up. Enemy fire is too heavy. We can't move up. All right, one more to go. Advance undercover. To the square.
Okay, Bravo 1. Action confirmed.
Bravo team, repelling in.
Roger, Bravo 1. Deploy to the west side of the square after landing. Landing at the objective.
Go, 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 go! Zulu leader, incoming! Now! God damn! Watch out! Fucking hell! Damn it! Get clear of the Osprey! Her fuel tanks could blow! Is there a way around the crash site?
You should be able to reach the backyard through the second floor of this building.
Alpha leader to all teams. Another hostile unit beyond the plaza.
Roman Sierra, find cover! Beware of anti-air missiles!
Ivan, link up with Zulu at the plaza.
Questions?
Oh man, I have so many. I mean, so give us some context to the mission we just saw. Sort of what point in the game is that happening? And also, can you point out, are there any Wii U gamepad specific features you're sort of tapping into? They're kind of two separate questions. I apologize.
今のステージはどのミッションでしたか？その背景となるストーリーを教えていただけますか？それともDRC をどういうふうに使っていますでしょうか？
OK。ですね、その先ほど言ったそのテロリストたちですね。この名前をスクール・オブ・デモクラシーと言います。SOD。
So the enemies that you're fighting in this game are a terrorist organization called the School of Democracy, or SOD.
SOD は、この現在のこの話はですね、明日起こってもおかしくない話なんですね。だから僕たちは5分後の未来と呼んでいます。
So this School of Democracy, we've tried to set the story in a world that could happen tomorrow. Like the storyline could take place 5 minutes from now.
で、その SOD は、ケスラーシンドロームを引き起こすわけですね。これはかつての USSR が、配備していた衛星破壊用の衛星によって引き起こされます。
And so members of this School of Democracy have created a Kessler syndrome where communication satellites are breaking up and causing a debris field that sweeps across the low orbit and takes these satellites out. That was the mission that these former USSR members were using to destroy the world's communication capabilities.
で同時に、EMP ですね、核爆発を高度高いところで起こすことによって EMP が、世界中を覆って、コンピューターですとか最新の兵器がほぼ使えなくなった状況です。
And along with that, there was a very large electromagnetic pulse that took out the electric grid, and with it computers, which means that no modern weaponry can be used.
だからこういうインファントリーのクロスコンバットが起きるわけですね。
And that's why you're seeing these skirmishes break out worldwide that are taking place at the infantry level.
それでご質問の、ここはどこなのかというと、ここはパナマですね。はい。
But to answer your question, this mission takes place in Panama.
世界にはたくさんのですね軍事的な要衝チョークポイントがあります。パナマはその一つですね。
There are several military choke points around the world, one of them being Panama because of the canal.
パナマが破壊されることによって、米海軍の太平洋艦隊と大西洋艦隊が合流することができなくなります。
So if that were to be destroyed, then the U.S. Navy would not be able to maneuver through that area, for example.
同時にスエズも破壊します。
And this group is also targeting the Suez Canal for the same reasons.
また海底の、光ファイバーですね。これはサンフランシスコの沖にあるんですけども、ロスだったかな。そういった世界中の通信のハブも破壊します。
At the same time, they're targeting the Navy's use of optic fiber through San Francisco and Los Angeles, trying to destroy communication hubs.
よって、SOD が考えていることというのは、現在のミリタリーバランス、ワールドオーダーを、リセットしてでザ・ニューワールドオーダーを、作ってで、世界中をカオスに陥れることが目的なんですね。
So the School of Democracy is trying to destroy military capability worldwide, in effect destroying the world order, so they can set up their own new world order in which they dominate the globe.
Okay. So, just to the last question.
Yeah, for last
we're out
question,
of time? Yeah, just want to talk about, can you speak to any Wii U specific gamepad features? I mean, also, your prior games have been known to push like the cutting edge of technology for the most part, so I'm interested if you have any tech specs to sort of share, 60 frames per second or whatever.
板垣さんのゲームは先端技術を使っていますので、特にこの Wii U でのゲームについてDRC とか使ったりすることはありますか？それとも、
はいはい。
また、技術的な質問の中では 60F フレーム per second にはなっていますかとか、そういうような技術的なコメントがありますでしょうか？
技術的といいますか、私はあるそのプラットフォームを使うときはそのプラットフォームのそのユニークなところ、そのオリジナリティをですね、全部使うのが私のポリシーです。ですから DRC も使ってます。
So it certainly is my policy to use all of the unique capabilities and attributes of a platform that I'm designing on. So definitely I am using the gamepad here.
ですからDRC ゲームパッドは戦闘ですね、コンバットにおけるその重要な要素というのは情報の共有ですから、例えば PVP オンラインマルチプレイヤーで仲間でコミュニケーションを取ったりとか、そういうことをするために使ってますね。はい。
And so that means for the gamepad, in this game in particular, it has a very important role in battle, where sharing information can be an important element of victory. And so for player versus player engagements, you're going to be using it primarily for communication.
僕がね、このゲームでやりたかったことは、本物と一緒にしたら面白くないけど、より本物に近いものにしたいなと 考えてまして、それもそういうところに反映されてますね。
One of my goals in designing this game was to get as close to a depiction of reality as I could as possible in some of these things, and I think that that need for communication certainly mirrors that need in reality.
でちょっと大事な話があるんで、今日ダニーさんいらっしゃってるんで、ダニーさんずっと私と一緒に仕事してくれてるんですね。ちょっと彼にお話を伺いたいと思います。
And I also wanted to ask Danny Bilson to add his comments. We've been working together for a while, and I think he has a lot to add here also.
Please.
Well, the most interesting thing to me was when we first went to Tokyo to meet with the team after we'd signed the game. I felt they had come to us and said, we want a Western partner so that we can blend our art with Western style. And so I hired some writers and we got together and we built out this whole story for this game. And we went there and we pitched and we pitched and we patiently pitched this game. And when we were done, they said, well, we have a story we'd like to tell. And they told us a much better story than the story that our group had taken from LA to Japan. And from then on, we supported their vision of Devil's Third and this world which you've only scratched the surface of in some of the descriptions here, because this is about a bunch of former terrorists who also have certain mutant capabilities, and most of the key boss enemies in the game used to be allies of Ivan. So he has a relationship of history with each player, with each character, and in each environment he comes across or intentionally seeks out one of his former allies who are now part of this SOD, part of this enemy group. So in Panama, there's this huge character called Big Mouse, who there's this gigantic fight in a Spanish church in the end of the level. But what I want to get back to, the most important thing about this game that he delivered on from the very first pitch is the use of ranged weapons, swords, melee combat, and the acrobatics, wall running, wall climbing, the agility skills that players are known for. And Mr. Dagaki, in my opinion, is the master of the controller. So you guys have to play this game and put it in your hands to really see what's going on. And of course, it's a wild world, and the multiplayer is incredibly fun. And there's a lot of people who played it for years here as we tested it and they developed it. And there was always a lot of laughs and a lot of screaming and yelling, and modes you've never seen before, including the giant blender with the watermelons on your back. I encourage everyone to play and get involved. There's also a metagame when you saw the map. I mean, there's more content in here than you can imagine. I think you got it from the video. You said I have a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions it brings up, but there are a lot of answers to those questions, and the final answer is fun.
Perfect. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for bringing Devil's Third by the IGN Live show today. Hope you all have a great E3.